Advertising is far more than selling goods. It's subconscious programming. Declassified 1950s industry files confirm agencies embed coded imagery on purpose. Psychologists prove symbols bypass conscious thought, planting ideas directly in the mind. Logos, colors, shapes, and layouts carry hidden meaning, shaping your desires, values, and behavior without you ever noticing or questioning it. Modern advertising was built by Edward Bernays, father of public relations and nephew of Sigmund Freud. In Propaganda, he wrote of an invisible government shaping public thought. He worked closely with esoteric orders to weave sacred geometry and symbols into commercial art. Advertising became not just commerce, but a precise tool for mass psychological conditioning and social engineering. The eye inside a triangle appears across CBS, AOL, Unilever, and more. Rooted in Egyptian mystery schools and Freemasonry, it stands for omniscience, surveillance, and authority. Studies show it boosts trust in institutions. Advertisers use it to link their brand to ultimate knowledge and control, subtly positioning themselves as the watchful, guiding force in your daily life. Triangles appear in McDonald's, Adidas, Chevron, and Mountain Dew, upward pointing one's signal ambition and ascension. Downward means manifestation. They trigger innate respect for hierarchy and stability. Advertisers use them to project strength, endurance, and the idea that success comes from aligning with their system, conditioning you to accept order without resistance. Numbers like 3, 6, 9, 11, 33 are everywhere. Stripes, stars, segments, letter counts, occult traditions, and Tesla's writings assign them deep symbolic meaning. Repetition over decades trains the mind to link these digits to success, luxury, or truth. They form a secret numerical language that quietly embeds elite values into collective consciousness. Hidden sexual imagery is common. The FedEx, arrow, Wendy's, collar, fruit, and fabric curves. Kinsey Institute research confirms these subtle triggers boost sales by up to 40%, working below conscious awareness. Advertisers tap primal urges to create irresistible desire. They don't just sell products, they tap into your most basic drives to bypass logic and close the sale. Skulls feature in Alexander McQueen, Johnny Walker, Harley Davidson, and more. Linked to Yale's Skull and Bones Society and ancient rites, they symbolize rebirth, risk-taking, and elite status. They attract youth craving rebellion and those seeking to feel superior. The message: buy this, and you rise above the ordinary crowd to join an exclusive circle. Pentagrams hide in Mercedes-Benz, Starbucks, Shell, and Pepsi logos. Upright, they stand for balance and protection. Inverted rebellion. Studies show they grab attention faster than almost any other shape. They evoke mystery and exclusivity, making buyers feel chosen, part of an inner circle. The shape itself signals membership in something powerful and hidden. Serpents appear in Alfa Romeo, Cadbury, healthcare emblems, and car brands, ancient symbols of wisdom, temptation, and transformation. Advertisers use them to suggest their brand holds secret knowledge or can change your life. They create an air of mystery, offering forbidden insight or elevated status in exchange for your loyalty and trust. Solar symbols dominate BP, Shell, Heineken. Moon imagery appears in Smirnoff, paramount. Together, they represent duality: active, passive, conscious, subconscious. This mirrors the human mind, creating instant resonance. Brands position themselves as the unifying force that brings balance to your life, promising wholeness where you once felt incomplete. Isolated eyes feature inlays, monster energy, luxury fashion. Psychologically, they trigger the feeling of being watched, increasing focus and compliance. In esoteric thought, the eye stands for intuition and inner vision. Advertisers suggest they understand you better than you understand yourself, building a bond that bypasses critical judgment completely. Words like sex, devil, drugs are concealed in logos and ads. University of Manitoba studies confirm the brain registers them in under 50 milliseconds, too fast for awareness, yet strong enough to shift preferences. This subliminal technique is officially banned in many nations, yet still widely practiced through clever use of negative space and design. Owls appear in Hooters, luxury watches, bohemian club imagery, sacred to Athena, goddess of wisdom, and revered in occult circles as keeper of secrets. They suggest the brand offers rare insight or exclusive knowledge. Consumers feel smarter and more sophisticated for choosing it, as if gaining access to wisdom denied to the masses. Lions dominate, ING, Peugeot, Chase Bank, MGM, a universal symbol of royalty, courage, and power. It evokes deep-rooted respect for authority. Brands cast themselves as leaders, promising protection, stability, and dominance. You subconsciously submit to their reign, feeling elevated simply by association, and become a loyal follower of their brand. Colors are not decorative, they are emotional triggers. Red stirs passion and appetite, blue builds trust, green signals health, purple evokes luxury. Every major brand uses a fixed palette calibrated by behavioral scientists to alter mood and brain chemistry. You don't just see color, you feel its effect, guiding your choices without you realizing why. Circles appear in Target, BMW, Toyota, Pepsi. In sacred geometry, they stand for infinity, wholeness, and perfection. Psychologically, they create feelings of safety and belonging. Brands suggest they provide complete satisfaction, filling the inner void you may feel. You come to see them as eternal, essential parts of who you are and what you value most. Two serpents on a winged staff appear in most healthcare ads, often mistaken for a medical symbol. It actually represents commerce, persuasion, and trickery from Greek myth. Its widespread use subtly frames health as a transaction, not a natural state. It links medicine directly to commercial power, quietly shifting how you view healing and care. Horses feature in Ferrari, Porsche, Lloyd's Bank, whiskey brands, symbols of freedom, speed, nobility, and untamed power. They awaken the desire to break free from limits. Advertisers promise their product will unlock your potential and carry you to success. The horse makes you feel bold, unstoppable, and elevated, as if riding toward greatness itself. Radiating rays appear in AT&T, Corona, Subaru. They stand for enlightenment, glory, and new beginnings. They trigger optimism and receptivity. Brands suggest they bring light to your life, solving problems and revealing truth. This makes you far more open to their message, eager to follow the illumination they claim to offer. Heraldic shields are used by BMW, Porsche, BP, Rooted in knightly orders and noble lineages, they symbolize honor, protection, and heritage. They instantly confer authority and reliability. Brands cast themselves as guardians of your interests, making you feel safe, loyal, and part of something exclusive, almost like joining a noble order. Eagles appear in American Airlines, Lufthansa, USPS, symbols of vision, freedom, and supreme dominance. They suggest the brand sees the bigger picture and rules its field. They inspire aspiration and respect. Consumers naturally want to soar like the eagle, and the brand positions itself as the only one that can give you those very wings. Hexagons, fractals, and repeating patterns fill tech and fashion ads, drawn from sacred geometry, believed to be the blueprint of creation. These shapes resonate with the brain's structure, inducing calm and receptivity. Brands suggest they align with universal laws, giving their message the weight of cosmic truth and inevitability. This stylized lily appears in Pepsi, luxury fashion, the Boy Scouts, a symbol of French royalty and high-degree Freemasonry, standing for purity, light, and elite status. It instantly elevates the brand above the ordinary. Consumers feel they are buying something rare and noble, quietly accepting their place in a hidden hierarchy. Flowing water dominates soft drinks, travel, and beauty ads, symbols of emotion, cleansing, and renewal. They stir deep subconscious memories of peace and freedom. Brands promise to wash away stress and refresh your spirit. Water softens psychological resistance, making you far more open to persuasion and ready to embrace what they offer. Cross shapes appear in Chevrolet, Toyota, Shell. Beyond religion, they stand for sacrifice, balance, and redemption. They stir powerful feelings of deliverance. Advertisers subtly frame their product as the answer you've been seeking. You buy it almost as an act of salvation, turning consumption into a personal journey toward wholeness. Arrows are everywhere: FedEx, Amazon, Nike, symbols of direction, ambition, and destiny. They guide your eye and mind forward. Brands claim to lead the way, showing you the correct path in life. Arrows create momentum. You feel compelled to follow. Consumption becomes a journey toward success, guided step by step by the brand itself. Cloud imagery fills airline, perfume, and luxury ads, symbols of transcendence, escape, and freedom from earthly weight. They awaken the universal longing to rise above hardship. Brands promise to lift you higher, offering a taste of heaven on earth. Clouds soften reality, making the impossible feel within reach and happiness seem purchasable. Keys feature in banking, real estate, luxury goods, ancient symbols of initiation, secret knowledge, and access to hidden realms. Brands claim they hold the secret to unlocking your potential. Buyers feel granted entry into an exclusive world denied to others. Every purchase becomes a rite of passage, transforming you into a more enlightened, powerful self. Mountains appear in Patagonia, Prudential, Toblerone, symbols of strength, permanence, and the climb to greatness. They inspire respect and determination. Brands position themselves as solid foundations you can trust, while promising to help you reach new heights. The mountain creates a sense of enduring value and a shared journey toward success. Specific hand poses appear in charity, food, and fashion ads. In esoteric tradition, each gesture has a fixed meaning: blessing, control, offering. Hands build intimate human connection. Brands use them to feel personal and caring, guiding you gently. They turn the brand into a trusted companion, reaching out to shape your choices with subtle authority. Diamonds, rubies, and crystals feature heavily in luxury ads, symbols of perfection, rarity, and spiritual light. They instantly raise perceived value. Brands link their products to eternal beauty and brilliance. You subconsciously feel more precious and rare for owning them, transforming your self-image through simple association with the stone. Every animal used carries fixed meaning. Bull equals power. Cat equals mystery. Wolf equals loyalty. Bear equals protection. Carl Jung proved these archetypes live in the collective mind. Brands select animals to match their desired personality, triggering automatic emotional responses. You connect deeply without knowing why, drawn to the primal energy the animal represents. Maze and spiral patterns appear in tech and travel ads, symbols of life's journey, challenge, and discovery. They suggest life is a puzzle, and the brand holds the map. They spark curiosity and engagement. You feel you are on a meaningful quest, with the brand as your reliable guide through every twist and turn of existence. To spot hidden symbols, slow down, look at negative space, count shapes, trace colors, research design history. Compare patterns across brands. You'll see the same signs repeated endlessly. Awareness is your shield. Studies show, once recognized, their influence drops by over 70%. The spell breaks, and you regain full control over your own mind. Yes, hidden symbols are deliberately placed in advertising, confirmed by insider admissions, psychological research, and decades of documented practice. They are not accidents. They form a precise, invisible language of influence. Every logo and campaign is designed to shape you. Once you learn to read the code, you can break free from its quiet, lifelong control.